Hey guys, Gilbert here, and I'm bringing you a update video on the new patch in 7 Days to Die. Probably shouldn't be doing that. I was like starting to mess with some toy, but that's just distracting. I'm distracting myself. But yeah, so if you didn't know, maybe you did, but I surely didn't as of until yesterday. A new alpha patch has been released. It's called Alpha 3. And before you like freak out and you're like, oh my god, there's way more stuff, and yeah, before you think it's as much stuff as in the Alpha 2 patch, then calm down. And I hope you're not getting disappointed, but this is not that kind of patch. I think it's kind of weird that this said it, they call it Alpha 3. I mean, why not just calling it like Alpha 2.1 or something? Because yeah, that kind of, rambling again. Because if you hear the name, you kind of think, and compared to Alpha 2, you kind of think like it's a major patch. But yeah, in a way it is. There are some new features, even if it's mostly bug fixes. But they've added some things, so I thought that I in this video was gonna go on, and give you an overview of what this patch actually has to offer. And yeah, you can check the patch notes if you want to. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna read from them, but yeah, I'm linking the patch notes in the description if you wanna go and look more closely. So in the background, I'm actually not playing now. This was right after the video I made when I looked at Gravetown. So it's from a very successful loot run, I have to say. And before you freak out because my base isn't where it should be, there's just some wooden structure. Well, I wouldn't even call it a structure. It's like a cow shed. I don't know, even though it doesn't actually look like a cow shed. But before you freak out about that, the thing is that my save broke. I suspect it's just the thing that it didn't work when I updated to Alpha 2. So my base is gone, and that kind of sucks. I did suspect that this would happen, so I copied it before I actually installed Alpha 2. But then, so I have it as an, Alpha 1 version. But then, I just thought I could, exchange the files and just put them in the saves map in 7 Days to Die, and it would work, but clearly it didn't. It has to be made for Alpha 2, it seems like. But anyway, let's talk about what this video is actually about. So they've added some things. I'm gonna highlight the most, the things I found most interesting. So one thing that I thought was really interesting is that they've added a lead ingot. So lead ore, the useless ore that you actually can't use to anything. They've actually made it so you can make lead ingots, which I might add, as far as I know now, you can't use to anything either. But it's work in progress, I guess. Eventually they will be for some use. And they've also added like a new hard metal door. So this isn't like the normal metal door. This is a new item, hard metal door, and you make it from ingots. And you don't make the normal metal door from ingots. You make it from weaker metal or scrap metal, maybe, I don't know. And added some small things here also. They've added like iron sights on on the rocket launcher, and degradation. I don't know what degradation is, but an iron sight. So yeah, and another interesting thing is that they've added it says, I'm reading straight from the patch notes right now, so it says created hay bale recipe from brown grass, what am I saying, which can be used to break your fall from high places. That's pretty neat, I think. Pretty cool thing. Don't know what brown grass is, but I'll sure and find out. They actually mention a lot about brown grass. It seems like they're favoring it a lot. And it also says here, right after, you can make plant fibers, that you can make from yucca fibers. with brown grass, and you can also make torches with sticks and brown grass. So they really like brown grass. Let's put it like that. It's probably just grass that is dead and is starting to die. I don't know. I don't know how you get it though. And they've added, it says added full new female zombie sound set and some new male sounds. So that's cool. And then it said like added recipe for planks from tree tips, and they've actually wrote it twice. Oh, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know that it could drop. I actually think that that's something they've added in this patch as well. So when you destroy tree tip, an item called tree tip can actually drop. And then I add some sounds, and yeah, it's mostly a sounds on under the added section, and some changes. So they made some small changes. One is, for instance, reduced probability of finding rocket launcher in saves, and I don't know how a rocket launcher would actually fit in a safe, so I think that's pretty reasonable if you're being logical. And one change I don't really know why they did, because it doesn't really matter. It says change iron ingots so you get 9 instead of 10. And I mean, we got 5 before. I was fine with 5 really. When they made it 10, I was like, all right, why not? And 9, I mean, there's really no difference. I mean, don't know why they did. And another really interesting thing is that they've made it so zombies can see through metal trussing, and also you can shoot through it. So that's actually really nice. I mean, then it can actually be used in a lot of ways, because where you use that advantage of being able to shoot through it. That's really nice that they added that. And so, and here it says like change scrap iron door to not be as strong. Maybe that's actually why they added the stronger metal door. They want a level of progression, so you can either build a crappy door or you can build a good metal door. But the good metal door is a bit more expensive. But that's how everything is, well, if you want quality. And it says change aloe vera cream so it heals players when used. I've actually never created aloe cream. Is it aloe vera? Isn't it called aloe vera cream? I don't know. They say aloe cream. Sounds kind of weird. And it says here change all grass so it drops brown grass on destroy. So guess that's how we get brown grass. Don't know if you could get it before. I actually haven't thought about that. And another thing that's really good, they made it so when you die, your loot won't respawn until 3 minutes after. Before it was 1 minute, and that's really neat. I mean, sure, I get why they have it like that, because it's... Damn, what is... I have a stray of hair stuck in my mouse. There we go, I got it out. So, yeah, I think it's nice, because I think it's so annoying when you die, and all the loot disappear. I mean, I guess why they have it, because I mean, if it's a survival game and you die, if you die in reality, you can't actually just go and pick up your own stuff because you're dead. So it's reasonable why they have it, but I think 1 minute time was way too limited, so 3 minutes is good. And it says also another note here: changed older couches to fit the old town theme. So I guess they've just changed the texture, or maybe the remodeling them. I don't know. And also here, another thing, placing water from bucket now only spreads 2 blocks. That's really good, because they were so annoying when they spread all over your base, and they were so hard. I mean, the water was so hard to get away, because it doesn't actually disappear when you fill a bucket with 1 block. And also one thing, like they said, remove the God mode. I think I'm gonna speed up a little here. Maybe it's getting too boring here. Remove God mode when sheet menu is used. So you can probably get God mode through adding a debug file. That's how you did before they actually added the sheet mode automatically. But I guess it's good you can have it anyway, but seems like they don't want you to have like the creative power like in Minecraft. And one really interesting thing is that they've added something called loot container in, and those loot containers, there will be like one in every big structure, like in a factory or something. And they will drop rare loot, and they're pretty hard to find. But that's interesting, I think. Really interesting. And bug fixes. So maybe it's not too fun to hear about bug fixes, but there are some things that I still think is good to take up. So they've added this. I don't know how this is a bug fix, but it says fixed Spanish, French, and German translations, and that's really neat. But is that a bug fix? I don't know. It kind of feels like a feature. But that's good because it's spoken by a lot of people. And fixed glass panes so they can place glass panes in any direction you want. If you've seen one of my older videos, in my Let's Play series where I build my base, Let's Build an Epic Base, I complain about or bring up the thing that you can't actually place glass panes in any direction you want. It's only in one. That was really annoying, and it's awesome that they fixed it. And here it says fixed 3 tips to drop 3 tip blocks. So yeah, it's the thing I mentioned earlier in the video that you can craft some things with 3 tips. So they've added that, and it says zombie dogs and animals shouldn't climb ladders anymore. So guess that's good fix. And here's a really interesting thing, because I actually haven't seen it actually working, because it says fixed problem when multiplayer servers sometimes don't show up in the game browser. And that's, I haven't been able to play a lot of multiplayer games because of that, and after I downloaded the patch I still had a problem. So you gotta work on that, the funny pimps or funny pimps, because it's still a problem for some people. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I'm at least one person. And known issues, these are things that actually haven't changed or in this patch or fixed, but it says they're just mentioning them. It says stability on bridges are still a little weak in the middle, so they did make them more stable in Alpha 2, but it seems like they're still weak to some extent. But it's good that they probably won't collapse when you walk on them anymore. That was really annoying before. And it says some known issues, sometimes there are missing polygons in the world. So yeah, really all I got here. So this isn't all. I mean, the things I've talked about now isn't everything. I mean, you can just go and click in the description on a link to where you can read the patch notes, and you'll see everything in detail. But these are the most, the most important changes I think with this patch. I mean, we need these patches, even if this isn't as fun as the latest patch. I mean, it's still needed, because I still think the latest patch has some problems. It has a lot of problems actually, and the game has a lot of problems with bugs. And if you want, more quality gaming experience, you really don't want those bugs. So good that they're fixing it. But yeah, guys, this ends my video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it useful. And if you did, please comment, like, and subscribe, and also share my video. It's really awesome. Actually, a lot of you are sharing, and that surprises me, and I'm really thankful for you doing that. And also, I'm rambling here. And also, like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter if you feel like it, because I'll give you updates on when I've created a video and such. And maybe some fun stuff too. I actually haven't the time to do that right now. But yeah, guys, this is it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.